Hello, welcome to the Brutus Monroe channel and crafty. We're gonna have some crafty shenanigans tonight. I'm Shannon Smith, and I am the inspiration team director for Brutus Monroe. So we are going to have some fun tonight. So every month, I pick products from the month releases, and I create a layout. Hello, Kelly. How are you? So tonight we're going to do a layout. I use the Doodlebug 8x8 album, their storybook album. And so the page protectors are 8 inches by 8 inches, maybe slightly smaller. And then I use the one that's got the big, just solid page protector. And then I'm doing good, Kelly. And then I use the one that's got the 4. And there are other options available, but those are the ones that I typically use so far. So we are going to create our layout for May. And as I was deciding what to do, I try to relate something to what obviously released with something that's going on in my life. Hello, Kate. Hello, Candy. Hello, Mackie. So as I was thinking about it, today was the last day of school. And so, of course, my son Benji was on my mind today. So I thought I would do some zoo pictures from when we lived in Arizona. We went to the zoo, and I just have really fond memories of that. So I hope you don't mind if it's a kind of a throwback, but we are going to have some fun. So just to recap some of what was released with the Safari release, we had the Safari stamp set, as well as the dies, which also was included in the inspiration box. We had, the Summer Safari paper pad, which was also in the inspiration box. Look how pretty all of these papers are. Aren't they just pretty? I love them. And then we had another paper pad, which we'll be using tonight. This is Safari Chic. Mine's kind of torn apart because I was digging for papers. But all of these really fun animal prints. So we're going to use that tonight. Oh, you got your inspiration box today? Oh, very fun, Lori. Very fun. It's a good box. And then, I think I already told you. Do I have the dies in the right place? Yes. Okay. So then there was some add-ons. In the box, you also had conversation clippings. You had card panels, which we are going to use tonight. I'm trying to think of what else. There was, I think that was everything, wasn't it? That was in the box, Darren? Yeah, I think so. Oh, and then there was some chroma glaze, the black pearl chroma glaze. And one of my add-ons I don't have clean, so I might not show that one to you, but I could show you the paper that we did. But this is the Wild and Free add-on, which we will be using tonight. And there was also the Wild Lines add-on, which we used already this month. And then there's also this really fun Piranha set. It's called Looking Sharp. Lots of fun. So lots of really cool things came out this month. Also, let's see. I just want to make sure I have everything where I need it. Also, the stamp of the month this month was the Feathered Friends. And there were lots of fun stencils. So some of these aren't clean either, so bear with me. I've been using them. We have the Safari Stripes, the Safari Spots. This one's called Giraffe. And then we are going to use this one tonight. This is called Animal Tracks. There's also, this is the stencil of the month that was called Jungle Canopy. All of these great leaves. And then the last one is the jungle, is it called Jungle Camouflage? Yes. Jungle Camouflage. Oh, and also, I'll show you this too. This great washi, which we may or may not use tonight. It depends on how our layout goes. But let me see if I can find, oh, I can't. I'm looking at my bin of stencils I need to clean, and it's daunting. So we're not going to show that one right now, but Darren might show the collection. So let's get started. So what I did when I was looking at my pages, what I wanted to do for the layout. Hello, Donna. Hello, Donna again. Donna F and Donna G. Maybe we'll get the trifecta tonight, huh? Oh, thanks, Kelly. I'm still working on it. It's always a work in progress. All right, so we're going to do our four, the four for our little page protector on this side, and then our 8x8 sheet on this side. So let's kind of lay that out. So these right here are the card panels, and you get 2 each in an A2 size of each animal print. And I've already cut them down just because sometimes layouts take a little bit longer. So I try to do a lot of the prep work that I can. And this one I kind of have quite a bit. What was that? Oh, I'm kind of over too. Let me situate myself. There we go. Anyway, so I tried to get some of the prep work done so that we would have plenty of time. And we're going to use all of our card panels. And then this is kind of a fun thing. I can't wait to show you. So as I was deciding, I loved using the black and white. I wanted to have it all kind of tie in together. But then I was like, you know me, I love color. So I wanted, especially if you know Ben, when Ben was a little boy, he used to say his favorite color was rainbow. So I was like, I can't just have black and white. That just doesn't make sense with Ben. So I have all of these cute little pieces. What, Darren? Yes, Darren was just reminding me that Benji, I know, Candy, I can't believe it's the end of the month either. And we're all doing well. It was Benji's last day of school. And so that's why I'm kind of was thinking I needed to do a page with Benji. So what I decided to do to add color to this is I purchased a bunch of the Doodlebug Doggone Cute collection, which if you love dogs, Donna, there are so many cute little pieces. And I thought, well, it has the colors I want. And so I dug through the bits and pieces, and there's tons that you can use for other things besides dogs. I mean, you look at it, there's all of these different things that worked out perfect. In fact, hopefully this doesn't offend Ben, but I thought this one was so cute. It says good boy. And I was like, oh, I have to use that on this page. I have to show you my favorite picture of Ben. This is like my very favorite picture because it just shows his sweet little heart. And when I got this picture of him, I had it on my phone. And if I was having a bad day, I would look at this picture of him because it would just fill my heart. And so that is from that day that we were at the zoo. So I'm just going to show you. This is kind of fun. So this is one of the little bits and pieces. And watch this. This is really, I get really excited about maybe some things that somebody else might find silly, but I'm going to show you how excited I was to see that. Where did I put my stamps? Hang on. I'll be excited if I don't lose everything. It's all laid out right in front of me, but you know, when I get and it's exactly with our cute little Wild and Free stamp set, which I've been itching to use. And I'm going to use that on this. Look how perfectly it fit into that square too. So we're going to use that. We're going to use some of the conversation clippings. We've got, let me move this over. Let's start on these and then we'll work on our big 8x8 page, okay? So really most of this is going to be pretty quick on this side. This is going to be the thing that takes the longest. So let's do this first. So I'm going to peel off my awesome circle of life animals. That's what it always reminds me of. Makes me want to sing The Lion King. Donna, thank you. Isn't that a fun picture? I just love it. I might be just a little bit biased, but I love that picture. All right, let's see. I have a whole stack of white paper over here. As I was cleaning off my desk, I just started a pile and I just haven't moved it yet. Okay, that one's not quite white enough. I have a habit of cutting it down and just forgetting that I already have a piece cut. Do you guys ever do that? Okay, we'll grab this piece. This piece will give us plenty of room. I'm just using my little mini Misty. Okay, so I'm going to try something. I haven't tried it before, so bear with me. I've got to the place, but that's okay. As long as we kind of know where they're going, we can do that. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm going to put it on here first, and I'll tell you why. I want to make sure I'm not stretching out the stamp. I want the stamp to go on so that it's not going to be wonky when I go to use my die, because if it sticks funny, then it won't fit the die, right? So I'm going to try to make sure that I don't. Okay, so now I wanted color on our animals. And so I'm hoping I can get through it fast enough that I can have them stay kind of wet. And I'm just going to go through, and I'm not going to be super precise. I'm just going to kind of brush color. I'm using the blender brushes that we have on the Brutus Monroe site. These are awesome. I love them. So I'm just going to brush some color on, and we'll see what happens. So it's an experiment. I love experimenting with you guys. You're always so gracious, even when it doesn't turn out. So hopefully this won't be one of those times. So now I'm using Shooting Star. I'm using all of Simon Hurley inks. And so far I've used Bee Sting, which is the red, and Guppy, which is the orange. And now I'm using Shooting Star, which is my favorite yellow. Just a great, bright, vibrant, yellow. Now I'm using Overzealous, which is kind of a limey, kind of a green. All right, and I'm sure we're going to have to repeat all of these, and we'll see where it ends up. And then I'm going to use, this is Later Gator. Can't tell if that's going on or not. I'm sure it is, but okay. So now we'll move on to Clear Skies, which, fun fact, is my favorite Simon Hurley ink color. Look how pretty this color is. You gotta love it. And now no diving. Okay, so now we will start over again.
Donna, that's your nail color.
Oh, thanks, Donna. All right. Yeah, I was a little hard on my nails not too long ago, so I cut them all down, and I'm just trying to grow them out enough that I want to put more dip on them. But they are recovering finally. I got impatient. I needed to just make an appointment with my nail lady, but I just didn't have a lot of time, and so I tried to take it off myself, and I am really good at doing silly things like this, let me tell you. But I was filing them and filed them down from the top, right? And oh my goodness, I got down a little low. It was kind of painful, kind of embarrassing too. And she's so sweet. She could have just teased me completely when I went in there, but she was just so sweet. She's like, "Oh, it happens. We'll get your nails back." She's the best. I really enjoy going to her. I went out of order, but tell notice. All right, and we'll see how it works now. So we're just gonna kind of that re-moisten the ink.
There you are.
Okay, can you hear me?
Second camera, bring it up.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yay, the sound is back. Thank you for waiting. I'm so sorry. What a crazy night. Thank you for your patience while I was quiet, I guess. It's probably the only time I've ever been quiet. Okay, so we're just going to use our die now and cut out our fun animals. And honestly, you can take the circle out if you want, but I'm just going to leave mine in case I want to use it together. So we've got that all lined up. All right.
So much for fiber optic being better.
Right? Okay, so it's going to cut the circle out. And then we have this little circle we'll put on the top. But let's go ahead and let's stamp our sentiment on it first. Actually, you know what? Let's stamp our sentiment on white and then we'll use our die with that. So I think we'll do make every step an adventure. Thank you so much, you guys, for being so patient. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, let me just grab this little guy off. We'll stick him right there and I'll catch that after. And I do need to wipe this off a little bit. Okay. So now we'll just kind of tuck that in there. And hopefully we've got enough space, which I think we should. So while I'm stamping this, I do want to make sure that you are aware that there are still some spots open for create your own ending, but I wouldn't wait too long because those are going to go fast and there aren't a ton left. So I would love to see you there. I'm actually going to be there live in Pittsburgh, but you can do it also virtually if you don't want to travel. And for details, I think Darren, oh, Darren, you are so good. Darren's got all the details up. And I can tell you there are so many fun things planned for this. I cannot wait. So I'm about ready to start a little countdown chain. Okay, so we've got our sentiment. Now we can just grab, I love that we can have the dies for the sentiments. And I got to move that out of the way. So we're just going to add that really quick. And that will make it stand out a little bit more. Okay, cutting this guy out. I just have to get it off my mat. There we go. Okay, so that is probably what will take the longest on this side of our layout. Look at that. I love that. I love the way that it looks when it's all die cut out. Okay. So let's put that. First, let's put this on. I'm just going to use my Barely Art glue, which I was able to change the tip out. Last time I was live, I couldn't get it off. Okay. And I have a new pin. Yay. And we will, we might have to move that around a little bit. It just fits. So we have to kind of finagle it a little bit so the animals work. Because our giraffe can be a little tall if we put it up too close to the top. All right, so we've got that down, and now we can stick our little, you know what's fun is I think we could pop this up, and I think that would look fun. So let's pop up our circle. I'll just put it on here, probably easier. I think it'll be easier to line up our circle doing it that way. Okay, so now we've got that on. It's kind of lined up. I'll move it down just a tiny bit. Okay, I think that's a little bit closer. All right, now I think we can just stick this right on top of that, and we've got that first little square ready to go. So Benji has decided he might want to make a scrapbook, which I encouraged him to make it himself because he has all the memories. He's the one that knows his perspective on junior high, because he just finished 8th grade, so he is done with junior high. So we're going to make a scrapbook this summer of his 8th grade and his 7th grade year. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. What, Darren?
Donna said she loves it.
Oh, thanks, Donna. I do. You're right. Okay, so for now, we'll stick this here. We may want to add a couple little things because I have some little hearts and stuff that I think I want to add. But for now, it just gets it out of my way. So I'm going to do that for now. All right, so let's put this one together. So this is our little flamingo picture. And I'm just using this bright, fun yellow. And I'm just going to stick that right over the center. Very simple. I like simple layouts. I really feel strongly that your photos should be the focal point. I think sometimes we get so carried away because we love all the things, right? I think that we have to be careful that our photos are still the focus. Okay. At least that's the style I like for my scrapbooking. Okay, moving right along. So this one is just simple. We'll just put this one on the bottom. And I know I have a little thing I want to put on this because we have this little, there's this little tag that's from our little Doodlebug set. And it says, "So loved." I'm going to lose that pen if I don't put it right back in. All right. So I'm thinking that we'll put that there. And let's pop that one up. And then I'm going to just tie a little piece of twine in there. So let's just grab a little piece of black twine and tie a little tie. In fact, I don't know that I'm going to actually tie it through. I think I'm just going to add it to the top. See if I cut a long enough piece. Nope, we're going to do a single bow. I love twine, but sometimes it's tricky to get a pretty bow. Because it definitely has a mind of its own sometimes. Okay, yep, I think that will just fine. So I'm just going to grab, we'll just stick that right there. All right, let's add that to our little layout. And like I said, I may end up adding more little pieces here and there, but for now, this keeps them out of the way. And we can look at the whole thing after and see if we think we need more. Okay, so for this one, we're just going to add a little stripe. I'll cut it off after. What was that? Okay, I'll move it up in a sec. Okay, so I'm just going to put this, I think about right here. Let's see if I've got that on there straight. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut that off. And then we will add a little camel. I think I'll just use some foam for those. Hi, Nikki. Okay, and then I think we'll just put this down flat. And again, this little piece with the hearts on it, that is from the same Doodlebug set. And I do want to thank Darren for putting up all the links and for moderating. He is awesome. I appreciate him so much. I couldn't do it without him.
Today we lost sound.
Well, that wasn't your fault. That was just the internet. Okay, so now we've got this for so far. Like I said, we might tweak it a little bit, but for now we can set that aside and let's work on our 8x8 piece. And the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to take the animal track set.
I don't have link to that one, but I do have the group.
And Darren's got the bundle link for that. And I'm just going to put a tiny bit of pixie spray on this. I don't need a whole lot because I'm not going to do a solid stencil of this. I'm just kind of going to get the essence of this. So I'm going to grab, this is Shady. This is from Simon Hurley. Because I don't want it to be super dark. Just like I said, just kind of giving our background some texture.
Nikki said she needs to get an 8x8 or 6x6 scrapbook.
Oh, Nikki, I love these. This is the Doodlebug storybook collection, and they're really nice. They're really well made, and they are such a fun size to work with. This is my first 8x8 album, and I like it because it's big enough that you can do more than you can with a 6x6, but it's not as overwhelming as a 12x12. So I highly recommend it.
She has an HP Sprocket 2x3 photo printer.
Oh, nice.
So that would be perfect for the size pocket.
Oh, that will be great. That will be great. I think we'll just kind of lightly go over the rest of it. Like I said, I want mostly just kind of a hint of this. But I'm not sure how half a print will look. So we'll just kind of, I think that's probably good enough. Let's see where we're at with that. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. So we've got our animal tracks on there. I'm going to move my stencil into my stencil cleaning bin, which I definitely need to give some attention this weekend. And that was my dog, if you can believe it, making all kinds of crazy noises. That's Louie. Louie can hear dogs barking outside and he's losing his mind. The Doodlebug set, are you talking about the papers? They're at Brutus Monroe. Darren will put up the links. If he hasn't already, he will put them up again. What, Darren?
I couldn't find them.
To the doodle bug?
Yeah, they weren't coming up.
Oh, you didn't find the links for those. They are there. He just couldn't get them in time, so
Every time I tried, it was kicking us out.
it was kicking them out. So they are there. I checked before I started. So
Here, I'll give this one. I got a link to the collection.
Darren has a link to the collection though, so he'll put that up. So all of these little extra pieces, like the good boy and the tag and the cute little, I love this little memo paper. Look at that. Oh, and this piece of paper is from the Safari Chic paper pad. And then look how cute this little tag is, if I can pick it up. So there's this little tag too that was in the Doodlebug kit. And I thought, well, I think I'm going to have to add that. So let's see. And also I wanted to use, we've got this cute parrot that we took a picture of. So I thought we'd put the parrot on our little memo sheet. So I actually think I might do, even though it's not the same kind of bird, I think I like the way that this one, the motion is on it. So I think we'll use this guy. So I'm just going to throw this little guy in my Misty. And I think maybe about right there. And I don't want him super dark. I'm thinking maybe we'll use the shady for that. Shady is a great staple to have in your ink collection because you can make shadows with it. It's not so dark that you can't just use it on top of other colors to make them look darker. But it's great for things like this too. See, it's not so stark. I like that it's not so dark on that. Okay, so we'll have this kind of going in like that. All right, let's start assembling this. So I'm going to just use glue on, look at this fun paper. There's more of the fun paper.
Nikki said when Christian brings up, she had friends that owned a macaw.
Oh, that's cool, Nikki. They owned a macaw.
Name was C.
That's very cool. Yeah, from what I understand, like parrots and tropical birds, they have a pretty long lifespan.
90 years,
I think they outlive their owners a lot of times. All right, let's see. Oh, almost put it on the wrong way. Okay. So we've got that, and I kind of want to line, since I did this paper cricket, I want to do this one straight. Plus, this is the focal point. What was that, Darren?
They live long and they're annoying.
And they're annoying. Yeah, well, people seem to love their birds.
Benji wants one, but not till he moves out, I said.
Benji wants every pet, though. Darren said Benji wants one, but we told him he has to wait till he has his own place. But Benji would have a whole zoo if we would let him. We have almost got a zoo because we've got 3 dogs, and that's a lot. We love every one of them, but that's enough. 3 is a lot sometimes.
2 of them are pretty calm. It's the little one that's the real.
Our puppy is definitely a puppy, and I adore her, but woo, she is a workout sometimes. Let's see. I think let's kind of move that over a little bit. Yeah, I like that better there. So let's put, so I will probably add after. I want to add, actually, let's just do it really quick. I'm just going to write the date This was in, if I do this while I'm live, I know I'm going to mess it up, but I'm going to do it anyway. So bear with me. I don't have amazing handwriting as you saw earlier, but I want to write April. Maybe we'll try some fancy stuff. April. This was 2018. I think we'll put it under here. I usually like to use my printer because I am a little self-conscious about my handwriting, but you know what? It's my handwriting. I'm learning to embrace that. That's what scrapbooking is about, is putting your existing. Yeah, I mean, you lived here, you are letting people know you lived here. Your kids aren't going to care what your handwriting, if your penmanship was good or not. So I'm trying to embrace that and encourage you to do the same.
Nikki said she also knew people had a pair of toucans named Heckle and Jekyll.
Heckle and Jekyll. That's cute.
I like toucans. They're cool.
Toucans are really pretty, aren't they? My uncle, growing up, I wasn't super close to him or anything, but I know that he had a monkey. I don't even know what kind now, but they also had a goat, I think, and it was like part of their family. All right, I am not sure about this tag. I think I like it now. I think it has to be on an angle. So let's pop this one up. And I'll journal here on this little piece of paper later. Yeah, I think it needs to be on an angle. And then this little guy needs to be popped up, and then we need a little piece of twine. And then we'll add our last finishing touches, and we will have our May layout complete. So we'll do maybe we'll try a double bow on this one. Let's see what we think. Ah, I kind of moved when I went to take my fingers out. I have fat fingers. Sometimes it's hard to do those delicate, crafty things with fat fingers. All right, let's see. I think that's okay. All right. We will add our glue dot. I'm going to make sure I'm not covering up his face. And now we're just going to add a couple of little pieces of flair. So again, I'm going to use something from that collection I told you about. I'm going to use, I've got some cute little hearts. They're the shape sprinkles. And so now we can add the last few touches to our layout. So look how cute these little hearts are. And I love that they coordinate with these. And I'm really liking all of these rainbow colors with the black and white.
Nikki said in Brazil they'd have toucan season. They just show up and cause disruption to school.
Oh, wow. I can't imagine what that would be like. When we lived in...
cooler than ducks and geese.
Yeah, we have ducks and geese here, but when we lived in Montana, which we only lived there for one winter, because that was a lot of winter for me anyway. We actually lived Well, we actually had a bear show up onto the school playground. And so the kids were just watching the bear while animal control came in their classroom. It was facing the playground. So Benji was pretty excited that his class was located so conveniently. So I'm just adding these where I think it can use a little.
Didn't the bear get in the hallway too in school?
No, in the high school, I think a bear got in during when nobody was there. It wasn't during school hours. But yeah, that was definitely a switch from the norm. We may have enough on here. Let's call that good. What do you think? Do you think we need any more? I think we're good. Let's put it in our book and see how it looks. That's the real test. All right.
I have links to the book as well in your full section.
Oh, good. So there's links to the scrapbook. Darren put links in for the scrapbook as well, so that you can find that. All right, I have to go in through the front. That always throws me off. So this is the April layout that you see here. At the end of the year, we'll have to go through the whole book and see what we did, huh? This has been a fun project because I hadn't scrapbooked in so long, and I really was missing it. So it's been really fun to do this layout at the end of the month every month. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. Okay, so I think we have this over here, yeah. So this one goes.
Donna says she loves the faces.
Oh, thanks, Donna.
Kelly said really cute.
Thanks, Kelly.
Nikki asked how old Benji was in that picture.
Let's see. Benji is 14 now. So, Darren, you're faster than me at math. It's 2023 now. He was 9. 9 years old. You know what? The funniest thing I remember about this day was we were so excited to go to the zoo, and we had never been to that zoo. And when we got there, oh, I put that picture in wrong. The one thing Benji couldn't, like, he didn't want to even look at the animals because he wanted to ride the rides. There were 2 rides at that zoo. There was one that was like a sky ride that just kind of, I mean, it was like a ski lift basically. And he really wanted to ride that. He was so excited about it. And then the other one was a fun, like, kind of like a log flume. But so once we did that, he asked me over and over again, can we go home now? Can we go home now? He was like, the animals, they're okay. But it grew on him as we were there. But I just remember thinking it was pretty funny that was, oh, I am struggling with that picture, aren't I? But that's a kid for you. Ride the 2 rides and then feel like, oh, okay, did what I wanted to do. Heaven forbid I should be educated about animals. Who turned 12? Oh, Nikki, that's so cool. Wow, I can't believe it's been that long. Growing up fast, huh? So is he going into 7th grade next year? Kate, this is the first time you've really seen scrapbooking? Oh my goodness. Well, you have a whole new world opening up to you. It's a lot of fun. And this is a great place to start. If you want to start scrapbooking, this is a really good way to not get overwhelmed. These pages are nice and short and small, and you can add as many pictures or as few pictures and fill up your pages. Like this one, I've just got these little tiny pictures. I haven't journaled yet. I'm terrible about journaling. But this was a page I did about some of my favorite things. And anyway, so now we've completed our page. And let's see, is there anything else we need to talk about? Trying to think of what specials are running. I know that there's a Memorial Day sale going on. I haven't had a chance to really peek at it yet, but I know our sales. I know that you will want to check that out. So definitely check that out on the Brutus Monroe site. We also have all of the fun fairies still going on. That has been a really fun release as well, and so many fun things in our summer collection too. So now summer's here. Now school is out. Time to start working on summer layouts. So all fun things to check out. I hope that you have a wonderful and safe weekend. I hope that you enjoy your family, and I am so glad that you joined me tonight. I will see you next Friday with something new, and I think you'll be pretty excited. Actually, you'll see me Thursday as well. Maybe you'll see several people on Thursday. There's something special releasing on Thursday, so make sure that you, if you're able, make sure that you're able to be watching our channel because there's going to be a lot going on. Thank you again, and I will see you next time. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.